I'm Ree from mummyoffour.com. If you don't know me already, I help busy mums make their lives easier and advice. Today I'm going to try for the second time, as the first time my youngest Zara kicked off massively, to do this YouTube live review of the Quail stroller from Egg. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think of it, how to use it, some tips and things like that. So if you are joining me live, please drop live in the chat box below. If you're catching me on replay, drop replay so I know where you're finding me. Yeah, let me know how you found this video, whether it was in the search or you came from Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Let me know how you found me today. So, this is the Quail stroller from Egg. I have got a full blog post review with all the details in this, which is coming out very shortly and will be published not very long after this live broadcast actually. In fact, it's quite possible you're watching this embedded in the very post. So this stroller comes in a variety of different colours. Obviously I chose a pink one because I've got a bit of a thing with pink. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that. I've been looking for a lighter weight stroller for a while. I've got 4 children and my youngest is turning 2 tomorrow, which slightly terrifies me. And so obviously I no longer need like a double stroller. I know Egg make a double stroller. This is a single stroller. It is suitable from birth. So we could have had this, you know, from the beginning. But yeah, I've been looking for a lightweight stroller that ticks all the boxes for me. So I still need a ride on board. I still want her parent facing because she is my very last baby and I want to look at her. And you know, when we're out shopping and things, I want to chat to her. I don't want her world facing, I want her parent facing. So this does parent and world facing, which is a big tick in the box for me. And obviously I still need a ride on board for my other daughter, Bella. And this has that option, which I know a lot of the lighter weight strollers do not. So I'm going to show you around the stroller very quickly and how to collapse it, and then I will pick up my camera off my tripod and kind of give you a closer look around it. So this is the parent facing mode, which is how I have been using it. You'll notice it is a leatherette handle, which is a real luxury for me. My last pushchair had one made out of sponge, which is slightly ridiculous because whenever it rains, all the water would get absorbed into it and then my boot would be full of water and it was just a bit of a nightmare. So leatherette handle, total check in the box for me. You can see that on here, they've got these little lip things, which I really like. And you think, why is the relevance there? Basically, when you put your changing bag over the handlebar, it doesn't slide down into your baby, which is a huge bonus really. So yeah, I really like that they've kind of thought through these really small details which seem insignificant until you're using a pram day in, day out. You know, I do 3 school runs a day, so how easy this is or is not to put up, put down and fold and things like that makes a massive difference to my day. You know, how many times a day you're going to use your stroller. Making the right one is a really important decision because it will make your life so much easier or harder depending on what you pick. So, yeah, this is, let me just show you. The back panel, this is quite clever, is nice and easy to adjust. So you've got this is how to recline, nice and easy, which you can do one-handed, which I've had pushchairs before now, which you've had to do two-handed things. So I quite like that you can just do that with one hand. You can kind of do that, you know, it's really smooth. When the baby is sleeping, if your child ever sleeps, then you can do that. It's nice and smooth. It's a smooth recline, so if they're already asleep, you can kind of lower them back down. It's quite a full hood, which has got the option to hold. So as you can see, that's Zara actually quite likes hiding under there. She thinks it's quite funny because it is a nice full canopy on the hood. So yeah, I really like that. The other thing I think is super clever. Now, sometimes sometimes you've got like children of 2 ages that would use one stroller. So you end up having to adjust the height on the straps and things. Now, you may or may not know this, but most pushchairs would, if you want to adjust the straps, you have to feed them through one hole and feed them back through another hole. And it's achievable, but it's really fiddly. It's the kind of thing you would only want to do every time they grow. You would never want to adjust it, you know, swapping between children things, it's a right pain. This is super clever though. This has got a magnetic back panel, and you can choose these in different colours. Obviously I went for a pink one. You can choose these in different colours, so you can actually sort of customise your stroller. I'm just going to tip this up a little bit. So what you can do is you can squeeze this, I don't know if you can see, that moves the straps up and down. So you can make it, you can adjust the stroller straps as your child grows, or not shrinks, but you know, you go down to a different child. So basically, if you've got a bigger child that wants a quick ride in the stroller, or down to a smaller child, it is that simple to swap it, which I would say is a huge bonus. The other thing you can do is extend the hood up by squeezing these, and that extends the hood up to make it really quite high. So if you're using it for a much taller child, let's just show you the difference again. So that is quite a big change in size, isn't it? So now that makes it so you can have the straps out higher and the hood higher up, which really kind of extends the life of your pushchair, which, let's face it, you spend investing in a pushchair. You want it to last until your child no longer needs a pushchair, as opposed to until your child is a bit too tall for it. So yeah, really, I think that is quite impressive. And then all that is hidden by this, ta-da! I think that's quite cool. So before I collapse it, let me just show you the foot muff. Basically, now this is just a general point as opposed to something from about this pushchair, but I personally think that if you are going to invest money in your pram, which you are, let's face it, and you want it to last, always, always, always invest in the liners or the foot muffs to go with it, because if your child eats in the pram, is sick in the pram, poos in the pram, does all of the above in the pram and gets it all dirty, it's going to be much harder to clean the actual pram than it is to pop off the foot muff or the liner and pop it in the wash. So I would always highly, highly recommend investing those extra few pounds in getting the right liners and foot muffs. So this is like a winter foot muff, and you can unzip that. But I believe they do a summer liner as well. So when the weather is warmer, if it ever gets warmer, feels like it's never going to get warmer at the moment, like the summer's never coming. But I would definitely think it's worth investing in that. So this foot muff I quite like on the pram because it attaches in 3 places to keep it in place. Which again, I've had prams before with foot muffs that kind of just slide all over the place. It's a right pain. So it attaches here through the straps. It velcros on here. It attaches here on the hood. It physically poppers on there. And yeah, it attaches around the back as well. I knew there were 3 places. It attaches here around the back as well, as you can see. So that is really nice and secure on the actual pushchair. Now, let me just take it off to show you how it looks when it's off. So it's quite straightforward to take off. I'll pop that back on and show you the actual naked pushchair underneath, sort of as it comes, without any foot muffs or anything. But like I said, I would always recommend getting, and certainly the one that goes with the pushchair, because they, you know, they're going to fit properly. You know, it's kind of going to work and really do the job you need it to do. So yeah, so that is the separate foot muff, which I'm really pleased with. Okay, I'll pop this back panel back on so it looks pretty again. Right, here is the naked. Alarm's going off. I've got my alarms that keep going off. It's time to go and get my daughter, who is not here because who's not in school. I do not have to go and fetch her. It's a snow day. Incidentally, there's no snow. It's just ice. School shut because of ice, but there we go. Anyway, right, so here is the pushchair. The straps are nice and easy to adjust, and they've got these nice pads that go with it, which are easy to pop on and off. Again, it's not necessarily a given. Some pushchairs are quite faffy to get these things on and off, so I quite like that that's quite simple. The basket on this thing is really quite large, especially for a small lightweight stroller, so I'm quite pleased with that. I'm going to show you the fold, and then I will take the camera down and kind of show you around the pushchair a bit more. So the handlebar is really extends up really quite high. Now I'm quite short, I'm only 5'4", and that is literally, you know, up to my ribs. So my husband, who is like 6 foot, 6'1", can actually push this without any hassle. This is the highest handlebar that we've had before. So yeah, quite pleased with that. Now the fold is really, really simple. If I put it back here, you can probably see it. All you do is pull the footrest up to the seat. That folds all the way down. And yes, I don't know if you realise how big a deal this is. I am folding this with the seat in parent-facing mode, which for me is a massive deal, because whether any pushchairs I've had before, even if they've been parent-facing, you either had to take the seat off altogether, or you had to swap it back round to world-facing in order to fold it, which may not sound like that much of a big deal, but when you're constantly getting in and out of the car all day long, it is a massive deal. So in order to fold this now, it's quite straightforward. You just pull this all the way back. This is what I couldn't figure out how to do, by the way, in the live unboxing. I was going, why won't it go down? It goes down, it goes round to one click, and then there's like a further click. Clearly my baby brain could not figure that out when I was trying to live unbox this thing. Anyway, so that's the second stage. So all I've done so far is I have, just show you how quick it is. We've just gone like this, we've gone like this, we've gone like that, and now there is in here, there's a handle to squeeze, it pulls up and clicks together. And then it is, as long as you've got the wheels facing that right way, it is freestanding when folded. So it really is so quick. There's no handle to put over your shoulder like some pushchairs have, but if you put your hand under here, you can carry it quite easily like that, which is nice to be able to do. It automatically clips together here and here. As you could see, there wasn't any kind of fiddling I had to do in order to fold it, which I quite liked. It just automatically does it for you. It's kind of idiot proof. I mean, I must be, even though in the live unboxing I could not figure out how to do that very simple handle trick, but you know, you have to excuse me. I donated a little part of each, a small part of my brain to each child. I've had 4 of them. Right, so basically to assemble the stroller again, it's quite straightforward. I have just unclipped one clip here, there's a second clip there, handle up, and then raise the seat. It's really that straightforward, honestly. I can literally do this in seconds, which is game changing for me. Okay, so I'm now going to grab the camera off here so that I can show you, gosh, look how bright this light is. Is this gonna let me change the camera around? It is, yes, there we go, good stuff. Okay, so on here, on here we have got the wheels. Now these are a little bit dirty actually from being outside. These have got these sort of cute little quail print on the tread of the tyres. They're called True Ride technology now, which is supposed to make the ride really, really smooth. And I wasn't convinced that it was going to be that smooth because the wheels are much smaller than my previous pram. But honestly, it is such a smooth ride. It really is a one-handed push. It is so easy and smooth to push, which really you're not going to appreciate until you go and try one of these things out. And I would recommend, if you are going to buy this or any pram for that matter, that you go and physically test push a pram. So this is the extra connectors, which again, in the live unboxing I did, if you watch that, me make a total idiot of myself, these come in a separate box. So the ride on board comes in 2 parts. It comes in this, and then there's a little box with these connectors, which is so super easy to fit. They come with a little Allen key tool, and they're really easy to pop on. I did that myself, and I'm like the least tool techie person there is. So then this is easier to do with 2 hands, but it's clearly possible with one, because I'm holding my phone with the other. And it just clips on like so, and it clips up like that, as you can see with this clip here. So now when you are pushing the pram and you don't need the ride on board, it's really neat and out the way. It doesn't interfere with the basket. So I'm kind of loving that. You do have to take it off to fold it, but but that I can live with, to be honest. The brake is flip-flop friendly, which again, not all of my prams have been flip-flop friendly, as in you just put it on, click it once to put the brake on, click it again, which obviously you can do with your feet, even if you have got bare feet. So then the ride on board quite simply unclips like that, and it is still smooth enough to turn on the spot, even with the ride on board on the pushchair. So I would say that that is quite a big deal for me. So yeah, overall, I'm kind of loving it. I was nervous about going to a smaller, lighter weight pushchair because I wasn't convinced it was going to do everything I wanted to do. I wasn't convinced I have a big enough basket. I really wanted Zara to still be world facing. I really needed the ride on board, and this has kind of checked all of the boxes for me. So this is kind of everything I wanted and more, if I'm honest. So yeah, thank you people from Egg for sending me this to review. I'm kind of loving it. I would say it is, if you are investing, get the foot muff. It's really lovely. Even if you've only got one child, get the ride on board, because even when I just go out with Zara now, I can probably turn this around so I can talk to you, can't I? There we go. Even if I just go out with Zara now, she's at the age where she doesn't always want to sit in the pushchair, so I put her on the ride on board, and I can still carry our bags and things if we go shopping or something. And then I say, look, if you're going to be a good girl, you can stand on there. And she's still quite safe within my arms. You know, she's sort of within, she holds on here. And I say, look, if you're going to be a good girl, you can stand on there. And then when she gets tired or difficult, I can put her in the pushchair. So yeah, I would definitely say that that's a must, even if you only have the one child. As they get to that walking stage, that is much better than just going out without a pushchair, trust me. And then in the summer, I think I will need to get the liner, the summer liner, the sort of lighter weight liner. And then they have other accessories. They have changing bags and things, which I haven't actually had a look at. And they've also got a basket which clicks on here as well. So I'm not quite sure exactly how that works, whether you have additional attachments with a ride on board or anything. But if you go onto the Egg website, then you can see all of that stuff. So I hope some of that was helpful. Thank you so much for joining me. Just comment below, let me know, have you ever had one of these Egg strollers? Are you looking for a stroller at the moment? What are you kind of looking for in one? Because I'm a bit of a pram nerd, really. I really like prams and kind of chatting about them. But yeah, like I said, thank you so much for joining me, and I will speak to you all again very, very soon. Do not forget to hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video, which I will be doing a lot more frequently, because I am all about Instagram. As you know, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm on stories every single day, and I've been a bit lazy with YouTube, but I'm gonna be coming back. So I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Bye.